Hello everyone! I am so excited because we have finally we are finally done constructing my unit! Yay! And by this time, I know, or you know, that I don't post these things just to brag or be boastful about my accomplishments or achievements. Every time I post, my goal is to add value, to share. And I have so many lessons that I've learned from this whole construction phase, and that is what I will be sharing with you. Hi, I'm Julian Pineda. I have been broke for half of my life, but I realized that life is so much more than just paying the bills. From being a working student to working multiple jobs for 16 hours a day, I did whatever it took, not just to survive, but to thrive. As a result, I was able to become financially free before I reached 30. My goal is to educate, inspire, and move people to be their best, and in my own way, contribute to nation building. The next tip that I want to share with you is a tip that you might hear from me a lot of times, and it is to ask for help. Asking help is no way a means of weakness or a show of weakness. It's actually a show of strength because you are being vulnerable and humble to ask people and to tell people that you don't know a lot and you want to ask for their advice. So, if only I did that, I would have been a lot better, and I'll explain why. Because I am not an expert in this field. I could have asked the people in real estate, the contractors, the hardware owners, or people who are more knowledgeable than me in this field. So what happened was, after the whole constructing phase, well, not really the whole thing, but during the painting process, I decided to buy bottles on my own. So I got this. Each of this is about 1 gallon or about 4 liters, and it cost about 620 pesos each, roughly about $13. Now, after a day's work, the workers told me that, "Sir, we need more paint for the second coating." And I told myself, second coating? What does that mean? It means that second coat is after putting the primer or the first layer or the first coating, you need to put in the second coat. And this is to prolong the wear and tear of the actual paint, of the actual structure, and so that the colors will be more vibrant, so that it will look fresher and neater and cleaner. And of course, I didn't know that. So I told myself, okay, I'll just buy more paint. So the second day of painting, what I did was, I got more of these. Again, now I have a total of 4 gallons or about 20 liters. Now, what I didn't know is that if you equate this 4 gallons, I could have bought this thing instead. Now, since this is in retail, I spent about 2,400 pesos or roughly about $52. This, on the other hand, only cost $42 or about 2,100 pesos. So that's about $10 in savings. Now, because I wasn't really knowledgeable about all of these things, about all of this stuff, when I bought this, I also made one more mistake, and that is I bought an extra. Ta-da! I bought another extra just to be sure. But since I am not knowledgeable, I made a mistake because this thing almost wasn't used at all. It was used, but just a barely amount of paint. Well, in fact, I could have bought a smaller amount of paint and that could have solved the problem. So overall, if you total it, I could have saved not just $10, but about $22, or all in all, about 1,100 pesos. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Julian, why are we talking about this? Now, here's the lesson that I want to share with you. Yes, 1,000 pesos might be small, but imagine if I did not ask questions. I would have made mistakes in buying cement, in buying the nails, in buying a lot of other things. And if you sum it all up, that will save you a lot of money. And not just a lot of money, but a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of unnecessary headache. Now, aside from the whole painting process, in business or in investing, that's also what I want to share with you. That it's best that we ask for help from people who are more knowledgeable than us or has more experience, people who have done this for more years, or people who are experts like coaches or mentors, because again, it will save us a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of unnecessary headache. One more thing that I want to share with you is the payment method. Now in the Philippines, we have two payment methods. So the first one is Pakyawan, the other one is Arawan. So let's go with Pakyawan. Pakyawan means that you will pay them based on their performance, but on how fast or how slow they will work, it's up to them. It's their decision, it's their pace. As long as they get the results done, you as the owner, as the customer, you just pay them. On the other hand, we have what we call Arawan, or in short, daily. So what's gonna happen is you will be paying them based on not how fast or slow the project is, but daily. As long as the project is finished, if it takes a year, if it takes 5 days, you will pay them depending on how fast they did it. Now, what are the pros and cons? Now, if we look at Pakyawan, it will be fast. Most of the time, it will be fast. Why? Because since you are paying them based on results, they don't want for it to be deployed longer. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna deploy many people and they're gonna do it really fast. That's good for you if you're a person who's really busy, if you need to absent yourself from your business or from your work just to facilitate the whole construction process. And also if you need the unit to be turned over quickly because you need to travel or you have a buyer that you want to sell your own unit, right? So it really depends on you. However, the downside of that is if not supervised well, since they are really doing things really fast, probably there will be a little not so polished stuff. Like if you look at the paint, probably there's a little dent, there's a little bubble, there's a little scratch, and probably the furnitures that you will be bringing in and out, since they're working really fast, sometimes you'll have a little scratch, a chip off, or a paint that's flat on your furniture. That's, well, just I'm speaking based on experience. So that is the Pakyawan method. Now if you go to the other hand, which is the Arawan method, this time the good news is they will take things with so much care. So when they will be lifting your furniture, they will be lifting it with joy. It's as if it's their own. They're gonna walk slowly, they're gonna put it down slowly. If they're gonna fix the things, they're gonna brush it with perfect strokes and everything. They are going to take their time. But the downside is, since they are taking their time, you get it, right? I'm speaking really slowly, right? Since they are taking their time, the work will also be very, very slow. Like if the whole unit could have been done in 4 days, they will finish in, I don't know, 6 days, 7 days, right? Because you are paying them daily. Of course, they want to get paid more. They will work more hours, not necessarily best, but they will work more hours. The good side is, if you look at it, since they work really slowly, probably it has more chances that they are doing a better job. So personally, what is my take after this whole experience? My whole take is that we go for the Pacquiaoan system, but of course, if you don't want things to mess up, you be there. You have to be hands-on. You have to look at them. You have to watch them. You have to really tell them, oh, kuya, don't just splat my things on the floor. You need to help them lift it up. And when they're brushing, you need to really look at them. So that's my take. Why? If you do that, it saves you time, and it also saves you money, and it saves you damages, because your things will not get damaged as much as possible. So that is the difference in a perspective between Pacquiaoan and Arawan. And now, back to the video. I will be sharing with you a secret. Now, do you want to know what the secret is? Yeah! Okay, the secret is this whole unit, this whole condo, I got this for free! Yes, you heard it right. I got this whole unit for free. And it's not because I won in a raffle. Well, I wish I could. I would have, but no, I did not win a raffle. This was not given to me. This wasn't inherited, rather. And I also did not win the lottery. Now, how did I get this for free? Simple. Because my investments, it earned money. The proceeds or the profit was what I used to pay for this. So technically, my capital, my principal, my original hard-earned money is still intact, and the interest did all the paying for this whole thing. Now, if you want to know what specific investments I took, how much I earned, and how you can apply it in your life so that you can also get things for free, not just a condo, not just a car, but some other things for free while still maintaining your capital intact, make sure to watch the next videos as I will be explaining it in detail so that you too can take advantage of it. So for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of my private life as I shared with you some glimpse of it. And my hope is that you have more blessings so that you will be blessed more, so that you can be sharing more to others. And remember, life is so precious. Life is so beautiful. Enjoy it, because we only have one